Okay, here we are this morning. We're headed over to the Cattleman's Grill. We're pouring a patio here. And as you can see ahead of us here, the line truck is here. And getting it poured. That's what's going on. We're fixing to just get out and take a look around, get a little video here. Yeah, let's go see what these folks are up to, make sure everything's going good. Do your job. Call you on the telephone. Good morning, good morning.
How you doing?
Oh,
all right?
Better than I deserve. Yeah, we're doing good.
Well, finally. Nothing but 4-day job from beginning to end, and it's been taking 4 weeks now. Let's see what's gonna go wrong in a minute. Hopefully nothing goes wrong.
Hopefully nothing. Looks great. These guys are, Francisco's ready to roll.
2x4,
It's a good day for it. What time's the concrete truck gonna be here?
Could have been here 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
And they called me.
It's a very true statement.
And they said, hey, are you ready? How far are you from the plant? He goes, oh, less than 10 minutes. I said, why you haven't sent it?
Yeah.
It's gonna be 10 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock. Oh, I'm sending it right now. Okay. They called me at 9:10. Hey, do you want the 2 trucks at the same time? I'm like, you haven't sent the first truck yet? So now a guy comes in, and one of the managers just came in.
Yeah.
He's like, hey man, I just wanted to, I'm like, you guys don't communicate?
Yeah.
You guys don't a big company, you guys do
need
not?
a cell phone.
You know, I mean, I said, we want this for today, not tomorrow. You know?
Maybe they'll get on over here. Man, this is gonna be a nice patio, Mike.
It is. But you see, if we would have poured it yesterday, see, I got my whole crew over here.
Yeah.
I got my whole crew.
Yeah.
If they would have pulled it out yesterday, we would have been right now putting the fence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they sent us a boom today.
Yeah, it's odd they didn't just send the line truck over here.
I don't know. I'm paying for a line truck.
That's what I was thinking. Because this is a lot more money, a lot more expense on their part.
I think it's something wrong with his pumps, or maybe did you talk to him?
No, but I did. He said he would do whatever.
He's like, oh, I don't want to send one of them.
Well, I don't know.
But it is what it is.
Who knows? All right, so what's going on now is concrete company showed up. They'll offload the concrete into the pump truck, and it'll carry it through the pumps, up real high in the air and down into the pour. We'll get to see all that happen here in just a few minutes. Okay, so with the pump truck like this, to have full control of the flow of concrete and what you're doing, you got a guy, you can see over there with a remote running this whole operation. Very interesting. They have some blockage or something, a little bit of blockage, that's why he's beating on it. A little bit of concrete hung up. So what he's going to have to do is jump off the back side. He's got to get the concrete flowing. Wonder what in the world it could be, just some rocks.
Yeah, too rocky, not enough water, too dry.
All kind of stuff going. How we gonna fix it? What's your solution?
Try to get it out, and if I can, I'm just gonna have to go to the plant, dump out, and come back. That's worst case scenario.
Well, that's interesting. What's the best way to try to get it out when you're out in the field? What you're doing now, just up and down.
Trying to see if I can trace it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's something we can do to help you. Oh, I hate you having trouble with it. I know that's aggravating. Yeah, it happens. Yeah. So what we have here, the line truck, the pump truck, the concrete could have came through a little bit too dry. And these last couple of bends, the operators had to bang on it with a hammer, find the clog. And this is just part of it. He's digging it out there in that sweeping 90 close to the end, and they're fishing with rebar and trying to get that. It just looks like it may have been a little dry coming through, but the particular company that provided this pump, they're all about solutions. They solve problems, and it won't be long. He'll have it up and running, and they'll have this pump, no problem. Boy, they are having a time. If you'll notice, and in my opinion, look how dry the concrete is coming out. Might have tried to run it just a little too dry to start with. I mean, I'm no pump guy, but that's just what it looks like. Go, look at that. Look at that magical moment of concrete flowing like a river. It's beautiful. That was our hope and glory right there, is to get it flowing. And so it flows, baby, and so it flows. Those guys are doing a good job pulling that wire up into the concrete and everything. Got a good little crew here.
And we'll see how it goes.
7 or 8 yards in the last. You needed 3 with a callback, they call it. 3 trucks with a callback. That'd get you.
2 truck and a callback.
Yeah,
3 and a callback.
yeah.
I didn't realize it took out that much.
That's no big
but
deal.
They get it out.
That's right.
Dumping.
I'll look at it real quick.
All right.
You're great though, Mike.
Perfect.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later. Okay, so we're pouring concrete down here at the Cattleman's Grill, and see the boom trucks finishing up. They're going to just tailgate pour the rest of that concrete. So what we've had happen today was a guy who was one of our finishers was finishing in the boom truck the tail piece, the lead piece, and we'll have pictures to reference that in the video here. But it came, I guess we'll say, unshackled, and it fell off of the end of the boom. And when it fell, it hit one of the guys, threw him into the building, knocked him out. Ambulance came, picked him up. He's gonna have to recover. It's a rough situation. So what we need to talk about is, what can you do to prevent? What could have been done? I was an HSE consultant with ConocoPhillips for a couple of years, and there's a lot when it comes to industrial equipment and stuff, and just residential safety, that people don't do and we need to do. In this particular situation, that part of the boom where the concrete comes out of the boom that has a rubber boot on it is shackled to the boom with a 90 and a couple of particular, I'm calling them shackles. They might be maybe a different word for that. But what happened was, in time, equipment wears out, and as they were operating it, could just have been some wear and tear or improper assembly by the user. So what happened in this case was it came off, fell, hit the guy, he hit the building, now he's at the hospital. It may be a little difficult to prevent it from coming off because of so much use, but a safety measure that could have been taken is 2 lanyards, cables, could have been attached to that part of the equipment, and it could have been fixed back to the stationary part of the boom, some of the off braces. And then what could have happened is, when it came off, it would have failed 2 or 3 feet. And if that would have happened, it would have sprayed out some concrete, but we wouldn't have a guy in the hospital now. We could have prevented an accident. So safety is very important, and big equipment, it's not a matter of if something's going to happen, it's a matter of when. So on any kind of equipment, you really need to take safety precautions. And we could have kept a guy from going to the hospital today had we have done that. So the takeaway on this is, when you're dealing with heavy equipment, and that has parts and pieces, especially put together by men to use in construction industry. If there's whips, lanyards, whatever you can use that would prevent injury when things blow apart, that's what we need to do. Yeah, sí. Señoras, muy bien.
Ah, es muy bien. It's only check for
Only one more day, 2 more days, maybe. Oh, aquí.
only top to the door. Yes.
All right, so what we're doing here, Law, is running shiplap. This white.
This here, this one.
Oh, insulation.
Oh no.
Me,
This one again.
yeah. Me, I should have brought insulation. Me, insulation at the store.
No necesita insulación.
No necesita, ya, pero ya, sí.
Only aquí no necesita. This aquí maybe.
Sí, necesita.
Maybe you go for the store.
Yeah, I'll go
Porque
get
tú sabes.
Yeah, we need to go. I should have picked some up. I wasn't thinking about that. We just left the concrete job where they had an incident, but things is working out. They're back to it, and they'll have that finished shortly. Now we're out at the head project, and we have this product. If you look down here, this is called nickel gap or shiplap. We're going to do that in this bathroom on this end of the house. She wanted that on the walls, so we're doing the install on this today. So that's where we're at, and at the moment, I have to go get insulation to put in the wall between the living room and the bathroom so that you won't have any noise. Be some noise control. Hate to be using mucho caca, mucho noise.
This is square.
Yeah, squares on the front. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, squares on the front. And then what we'll use is 1x4s on the corners. Maybe Blanco 1x4, Blanco 1x4. Have to get our.
Plástico por la pinche.
Yeah, I need some more of that.
This vámonos upside. ¿Sí?
Yeah, outside, no más en aquí.
Here, Jimmy. Metallica.
See,
This allá, Metallica.
and this is aquí metallica. Maybe later, maybe mañana metallica. Okay, gracias. We're arriving here at King Lumber in Bassfield, Mississippi. They have some few products that we need to keep going. We're here today for insulation. We've been buying a lot of lumber here for local jobs in the area. So, super nice people. In Bassfield, this is Bassfield. Home of King Lumber and Material. So we'll walk in here and grab our insulation. Thank you, sir. How you young people doing today?
Hello, how you doing?
All better than we deserve. Need a little insulation.
Okay. Ceiling.
Wall. Just some batting. Interior,
you want,
like R19, R.
Well, wall would be used
Or
on
what you got?
R13.
R13, that'd be fine.
Now, what we got, I was telling you, how many square feet are you looking for?
Not many. Let me think here.
There
We
ain't
got,
much of a difference, but now, the R11, it is 16 inch on center.
that's fine.
The R11 15 inch is now 155 square feet in the bag. The
Yeah.
R13 is just 106 square feet in the bag. So, make sure you got enough to cover what you need, but it may be that the R13.
If that's what it come, we only need one bag. We're not even hardly doing
we do.
70 square feet.
Okay, might as well get the R13 because it's going to save you a few dollars.
That'll be fine.
Even though it's more expensive per foot, it's still
Yeah,
cheaper per
it's
roll.
cheaper per roll.
Because it's about 50 feet less than a roll.
Yeah. This lumber yard. How long have y'all been here in business?
The business has been here since 1956. My dad's been working here since 1965 till this minute
There you go.
and beyond.
This is a neat store, neat place. Once it's gone one day, it'll just be a thing of the past, lost. Be sad. So hopefully y'all stay around for years and years. Everybody needs stores like this.
All right, here we go.
I've been here 60 years.
If we had time, there's a lot of stories in here.
Oh, yeah. They are that.
A lot of stories to be heard. Let me take a picture of those. Does he? That'll do it, man. I sure do appreciate it.
No problem at all.
Thank you, sir. People out doing their job. Insulation maybe allá.
Sí.
Aquí. Aquí está aquí. And yeah, it's muy bien. I'm gonna grab some stuff. I gotta go to Big Bay for the bomba.
Dice allá no problemas. Dice.
Yeah, we're gonna put 1x4.
Esto crown.
1x4 crown.
¿Ya, Toño? Okay.
Yeah. I need that. I'll use this for, yeah, I'll need a battery or two. Got some screwdrivers here. Right now we're getting our tools together so I can go out to Big Bay and look at a grinder pump. Yeah.
This is good and maybe.
Yeah, maybe in a bucket or in a key. See, I'll put it back. Gracias. Lord, getting the flower bed, I guess. Hey, how you today? Wonder what all he's got on this. Yeah, I'm Jamie Hadaway.
Ashton Hagler.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Hagler. You bought the house?
I did. He said the emergency float is lower than the pump float. So it's kicking the emergency float on before the pump, and it's got to fill all the way up before that pump float will hit and bring it back down again.
Well, we just need to make adjustments in the tank.
That's what he told me.
So I just wanted to get this off to stop the daggum noise while we work.
Now be careful because he touched something there. He said it shocked him.
Really?
Yes.
Why? There must be a cut in the line or something when they've done the landscape.
That's what he said. There may be a cut in the line, so be careful about that.
Well, we've got the power off to this, which kills the power to the pump.
Okay, but he said there must be. He said the same thing you said. He said there must be a cut in the line.
Basically, this house was studs on the inside.
Really?
So we took it, plumbed it out, and finished it, and for this company. And anyway,
Well, y'all did a good job.
well, I tried really hard to keep everybody. They had some particular subs that were working out here I didn't care for, but I worked with them and we got through the project, right?
Yeah.
But we finished it all out. Any questions you have inside or stuff, I mean, I'll be more than glad to do all I can to answer those questions.
Well, it's nice to
All right, brother. Well, I'm going to go grab some tools. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right.
So what we're doing now, we've come out to a house that we actually built. You can look at it. For a client, and the sewer, we're having some issues with the sewer pump, and what's going on is the emergency float is rising in the water before the pump float, so the emergency's kicking on, causes the emergency alarm to go off. And then you have to wait a while once it fills on up, and then the pump will kick on, that float will fall, and then it'll cause emergency to fall. So we got to get those in sequence proper so the alarm will quit going off. So that's what we're working on at the moment. Yeah, I knew this pump was working great whenever we installed it back in the day. I wonder why that was put in that way. Just opposite. Let's see, can I do that? What I'm thinking is, if the alarm, see those two floats? There's one float to the right in there. That's the alarm float. And the one to the left is obviously the pump float. Well, if I just take and flip those in the box, rewire them, so to speak, then they'll be matched up and that'll work proper. We won't have any problems. Then we won't have to do anything in here. So let's give that a whirl. Or the two, this is the main power coming into the pump. If we can take these two here and these two and just flip them, that may 100% fix our problem. So let's give that a shot. Black to white and white to black. So first thing you do, you take your camera, take a picture of, always do this part always take a picture, and that picture will always give you reference, keep you from making a mistake, you know what I mean? And it's important not to make mistakes. So we'll unscrew these two, pull that out, unscrew these two, pull those out. Then we can look at our picture again for reference sake, and it needs to be white black. So we take this one that was on this side. I have to get down here where I can see it. Maybe I would do better just to feel what's the, let's go with that idea. Okay, white. Black. Okay. Then reference our picture again just for clarity. And then white, black. White and black. Okay. Now what we should be able to do is simply turn this unit back on and go watching the pump should take off running. Okay, now that we've got the proper float where it should be, that one, we hear the pump running, so it should empty out. Seems like our water would be moving. Pump's really not doing anything. I don't see the water level falling. I see the water churning. Maybe it's falling very slightly. Yeah, it's falling out. The pump is doing its job. The water level's decreasing in the tank. It's pumping out to the street and away to the lagoon. So all we had to do was flip our floats. So that should have fixed it. It's one of our screws there. See if it'll come back on. Oh yeah. Can you see I have the float picked up? Alright, we'll lay it down and see if it'll kick off. Yes, it's doing its job. Alright, this is the alarm float. We'll pick it up, see if it'll go off. And it's doing its job. So, at the moment, I'd have to say we have resolved our issues. Yes. I just need a telephone number.
All right. When you're ready.
Go ahead. All we had to do was the electrical.
Okay.
We flipped
Just
those
flip them.
two floats.
Done.
Good deal. Hey,
it. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Ashton. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. This picture of old Craig Sanford. Oh, we're fixing to call Craig. And I'm going to let him know that there's nothing we could do to fix this and how it's going to need a new pump, and if they want me to do it, it's going to cost them $4,000.
Hello?
Craig Sanford.
What are you doing?
Well, I came out here to look at this job for Mr. Ashton,
Yes.
and man, they're going to have a whole new system.
What's wrong?
Somebody has burnt the pump up. The pump's locked up. It won't work. And it's burnt up half of the motherboard in that alarm box, and I don't know. I told him it'd be about $4,000 to fix it, and I don't know. He said for me to call whoever he's buying the house from. They're gonna have to cover those expenses.
Whatever we got to do, we'll have to do.
So I'm just like, Lord have mercy. I don't know. That is just so stinking aggravating. And I don't know, whenever the electrician hooked it up, the ground would shock you and everything else. I had to hooked the ground up, because the ground, whenever you walked over, it just shocked the fire out of you. That's 220 over there. And the homeowner said something to me about the shocking. And when I opened it up, he didn't have a ground on or nothing. He just had that thing. It's real wet over there. That whole ground was lit up, electrified. Craig?
What in the... Alright, so we need to get... Who do I need to get on? We need to get somebody out there that... Electrician?
No, we can fix it. I just need somebody to okay about $4,000.
Let me call them.
Hey, Craig.
Yeah.
Everything's fine, son. I fixed it. Wasn't nothing but a wire. There's a wire flip.
How's about to run out the highway?
I know it, brother. I hate it. I just decided to kind of do you a little ugly there, because it was. I know you and I love you and I wanted to have some fun with you.
Jamie, I was about to run out the highway, bro. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, it's all good. I tell you what, through the deal here, I think I found myself an accountant. This guy's an accountant.
Hey, he's a great guy, too.
Man, he's solid. I like him a lot. But yeah, all I had to do was, like, you called them paddles, but the floats, they were they just need to be wired, rewired, flipped, like you were saying. So yeah, it's all good, brother. Everything's good. They're tickled to death with the house, I'm gonna tell you.
They love it.
And I told him what we had done to build it, and I was gonna put a dryer vent upstairs, but somebody's already cut it in for them.
Yeah.
I was waiting to get a dryer to know exactly where to go out with it, so it fit close to the wall, but nobody ever called me about it. I told Robert to let me know when.
Yes, sir.
But did you get somebody to cut that? Because I see it's cut in.
Yeah, Robert got somebody to come out there and cut it.
I don't know why. I told him when he got ready, because all that needs to fit tight to the wall. But
yes, sir.
Anyway, Craig, it's all good.
Thank you so much, Jamie.
Yeah, I know, and I was glad to be able to do it. I appreciate you. And anything else you ever need, Craig, just give me a holler. I'll do whatever we can do.
I appreciate you, Jamie.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, son. Talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
That was yes, sir. Old Craig Sanford. Woo. Okay. Well, it's been a good day. We got a lot done today. We went out, made sure things were going right at the head job. Summerall, we dropped off some insulation. We went out to our concrete job. We saw some things going on there, had a couple of issues, but we're able to work through that. Had an alarm going off on a septic system, grinder pump out at Big Bay. So we went out and corrected that wiring issue. And so now here we are at home. It's been a good day. So, looks like it's fixing to rain. So anyway, now we're coming to the end of this day. We've got a lot accomplished. And other than that, look, I want y'all to go home, rest, and keep doing your job.